That's all part of the fun. That's all part of the fun. So I'm going to play a few more solo pieces, and one is by an Irish composer, Vincent Wallace, and it is actually based on a Scottish tune. And many of you, of course, are familiar with Robert Burns, the great native son of Scotland, Scotland's national poet. And Robert Burns wrote so many beautiful poems and songs. And his most famous one is, of course, sung every New Year's Eve, and it's... That's right. Well, right up there, close to the top, is this song, this arrangement, this beautiful arrangement of the song that I'm about to play by Vincent Wallace. And it's Ye Banks and Braes. And it's about this lovelorn girl wandering the banks of the Bonnie Doon River, which is a river that actually wends its way through Robert Burns' hometown in Scotland. Now, Alice alluded to this Scotch snap, and it's that pattern that you hear in Scotch music, da-da, da-da, as opposed to da, da-da, da. And sometimes the two are mixed, but you'll hear it prominently in this beautiful melody. And I just want to share this story that I found out. Robert Burns himself, in the 1790s, wrote about how the air, the tune for his, he wrote the words and someone wrote the tune and they were matched, how the tune came to be. There was a gentleman who was interested in writing a traditional Scotch tune, and a musical person who knew a little bit about music said, you know, if you just go to the black keys of the harpsichord, that was the keyboard instrument at the time, and kind of start noodling around and throw in some interesting rhythms, you'll get a really nice melody. And in fact, that's what this tune... Black keys. See, nice little Scotch neck. And I just love imagining this gentleman who really didn't know a lot about music coming up with this tune, which now, 200 some years later, we know and love, and many in Scotland consider to be quite an important song. So the last solo piece I'm going to be playing this evening is called At a Horse Fair. And horse fairs are a very important part, and especially in the 19th century and even the late 18th century, an important part of British and Irish life. And this piece by Ernest John Moran, I imagine myself standing in the middle of a rural horse fair in Ireland. We're doing an Irish count, it's all Imagine Ireland. And Moran, by the way, was kind of like me. He was born elsewhere, but he had Irish blood. I found out recently my 6th great grandfather was Irish, so I'm very excited about that. But Moran loved Ireland so much. He moved there halfway through his life just because that's where his parents were from. He wanted to live there. But I imagine myself in the middle of this horse fair, and I look around and here's the horses, and they're cantering, and they're trotting, and they're walking, and there's wheeling and dealing happening. And of course, there's races happening, but there's also buying and selling, and it's very active and exciting. And of course, in the distance, you see this beautiful green countryside. So that's what I'd like you to imagine as you listen to At a Horse Fair, which is going to be preceded by Ye Banks and Braes.